Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now, today I'm going to talk about some disturbing numbers that I'm seeing at the Jamaica Gleaner. We're hearing that first 52 days of the year, Jamaica has already reached 212 murders. That's a 6% increase compared to the same period last year. When I do the maths, it basically means that Jamaica is averaging just over 4 murders a day. And at that rate, Jamaica is projecting to hit over 1,400 murders in 2021. Now, of course, the year is still young. It can get much worse. It can probably be much better. But history shows that Jamaica's average murder rate hovers somewhere around the 1,300 mark, give or take. But what is truly mind-blowing is that these are the numbers we're throwing down, even though Jamaica have an island-wide curfew. The whole island locked down after certain hours. You would think it would have a knock-on effect, right, upon crime, because if from 7, 8 o'clock nobody can touch the road, then you would think say crime will drop. No, 87 does do what they do within the allotted hours. Remember, say for 87, that's a feed them work, taking lives are feed them work. So even if you limit the hours that them can operate, then just do what they do in a broad daylight. Or them just break the curfew, because them know it is impossible for JCF really enforce island-wide curfew. There's not enough members for the in every single area. It's impossible. 87 is know this. So no curfew now cut down the numbers. Anybody will think so, well, alright, even though they're annoying, at least if them drop the curfew to these hours, then it's gonna make. No, it won't. It's not an effective crime strategy. Just I put that out there because few people ask me, well, maybe like curfew early in that. No, it'll have no effect. None. 87s will find a way. First of all, only law-abiding people follow curfew anyway. Only law-abiding people follow rules. So rules can't stop nothing. But I will carry this video in a direction way. You might have seen me touch on it a bit before, but I will expand upon it. Oftentimes you hear me talk about African nations. And the reason why I do this is because in Jamaica, we hear say the reason why our crime rate stay how it stays is because of the youths them not have this and the youths them not have that, and if them did have this and if they just have more money, or if infrastructure did better, and if all the schools them did have produced the same results like the Immaculates, and then Jamaica would be amazing. That's the general narrative. You've heard me say that's not the case. Even though those things play a role, right? Just like when in your car, you have your volume button, right? And you have your seat belt, and you have the seat, and everything that the car play a role in. But some parts play a vital role. In other words, without it, the car not go nowhere. And other parts, for them role negligible. Some parts, for them role kinda serious. But all in all, are the vital part of them you look at first. When people are fret about car, when people really start fret, or when they may say engine mash up, transmission mash up. Right. When you say the wheel then pop off, okay, not go nowhere. But if the volume knob on your car pop off, or your radio now work, you still driving on with your business. Jamaica has been obsessing over the volume knob and over the light switch, right? For one bulb in the roof, right? And the angle where they side of the seat if you lift it up, and then to the Jamaica focus on. Now, you probably heard me say it many times that Jamaica is not a poor country. So today we're going to look at a country that actually falls into that category. Because they say we have PIA from all over the world, and sometimes people link me from some places in the world and I feel really scratch made. When people tell me about their country and their culture and what life is like for them, you know what? Can I show you better than I can tell you? I want you to look at your screen right now. Burkina Faso. When you look up at the top and you see number 15, you know what that 15 represents? Burkina Faso is the 15th poorest nation on earth. Now this is a nation that has been through hell and powderhouse. Right? They were once a former colony with the French. Peer problem. You see the line underline, you see the part underline I read? I'm reading it for you. Currently over 3/4 of the citizens live on less than $3.20 a day. Just call that 5 bills. Over 3/4. Over 75% of the people living in the country live on less than 5 bills a day. Don't look away yet. I'm not done. It goes on to state only about 1/3 of adults in Burkina Faso are literate. 1/3, just over 1/3. Man. Last time I looked at them, that slowly improved and they reached like 40, low 40s. But 1/3? As bad as things may be, Jamaica's literacy rate is close to 90%. I think it's about 88. Imagine a country that's the 15th poorest nation on earth. Only 1/3 of the citizens can read and write. You see next part underline and I read this way, fewer than 20% of residents have access to electricity. Fewer than 20%. Go in at the roughest place to Jamaica and you will see all the electricity and all the appliance and all the whatever you want buy, all the gadgets, everything. Jamaicans have everything. You want to talk about a poor country? You're looking at a poor country. So them have the poverty, far worse than Jamaica. Them have the literacy problem, far worse than Jamaica. Basic infrastructure, far worse than Jamaica. I could have a look at their murder rate because you know, once youth poor and them not have much education and them not have no access to infrastructure and on a light, then where you want you see them go join clan, them go join one other, them go join stone crusher. Isn't that what you've heard all your entire life? See the activists them ask the question, who does he think he is? He not have no criminology degree from Germany. This is what the experts them say. This is what the activists coming to them say, so I saw it go. And for years this narrative has been accepted. But just like if you go to a doctor, right? And you tell the doctor, say, I'm feeling this pain and them say, right, take them 2 pills. They misdiagnose them, say, right, these are the problem, and they give you 2 pills. And you take the pill, and for 10 years you take pill and you can't get better. Or if you get better when the problem is being misdiagnosed. Without the correct diagnosis, you can't fix nothing. You carry go to a mechanic, you pull up one time, until the battery, you go buy a battery. Then him tell you say the spark plug, you buy a spark plug. Then him tell you say at the head gasket, you can buy a head gasket. Then him tell you say at the piston, you can buy a piston. And you just spin and carry can't fix. Because you're being misdiagnosed. Jamaica's murder problem isn't being fixed because it's being misdiagnosed. Them no want address the acidic culture, them no want address the conveyor belt of death and destruction. They want to ignore the fact say Jamaica produce unwanted, unloved, hugless, no sense of direction, pitney, like how Toyota produce car. And at them in a panic conveyor, them no want to talk about that. Them want to believe say the youth just need more money in them pocket. Right, and every youth just need to go immaculate. Right. And everything will be solved. Burkina Faso. The country I'm just showing the real poor country. What do you want to say? The murder rate? Who wants the Burkina Faso murder rate? Let me show it to you now. Look on your screen right now. 1.3. Interesting. 1.3. Oh, by the way, look just above them. Cameroon, 1.4. You know the history of Cameroon, right? If you don't know, go check it up. What Cameroon and Burkina Faso has been through, Jamaica's history is a joke. In terms of turmoil, Jamaica's history is a joke compared to these countries. The 1980 election we love kill up ourselves over, a joke thing compared to what has happened in these countries. $1.3. So I could put it in a context just how extraordinary that figure is. And this is maybe because I could have extended it up to like the 150, because you see the number to the side, the 164, 165. We could have carried it up to like 140 and then let's see how much African countries have been through hell and powderhouse. They're waiting on the bottom for murder rate because, because poverty, right? Because of this, or because the CIA, usual excuses there from Jamaicans. We could put it in a context. 1.3. Who else have 1.3? Who that? France. Burkina Faso have the same murder rate as France. Denmark. Come on, Mr. Walk, just explain to me how Burkina Faso, a country that is destitute, have the same murder rate as Denmark, or Cameroon down there with Denmark and France and Finland, England and Wales, the United Kingdom. Come on. Burkina Faso murder better than Israel. Saudi Arabia, oil rich Saudi Arabia. Come on, hit that dislike button. Come, I know the work activists and I like see them things there now. They like same things there because it shake up them narrative and force people to rethink. How can oil rich Saudi Arabia, where money to them have money for this dash way? They side by side with Burkina Faso. Talk to me, Mr. Walktivis. Because I'll leave $10 million more money, right? Isn't that right, Mr. Simpleton Walktivis? You see more money? That will end all our problems. And then the culture and the mindset. And then the acidity. No? Let me carry it one step further. Let me carry it the next step further. Do you know where the United States is? You want to know where America is? The great Uncle Sam. Right? Have a guess what freedom number is. Because remember, Burkina Faso is 1.3. America is 5.3. 5.3. And want some more African, because I know like in African countries, because I know say me give you know, if me tell them about Denmark and them place, I'm gonna say, well, if them history different and them not go through well, and them not go through, and this CIA. How about Niger? You know the country name Niger? Niger. But when they have time, go look up and feel them history and what they've been through. You know what freedom murder rate? 4.44. Remember, America is 5.3. America. How about Angola? All Angola. Remember that song there? 4.85. Same deliberately pick out the country them man. How about Mozambique? 3.4. Liberia? You don't want to know about turmoil, chaos. The fact that Liberia can recover and now have a murder rate lower than the United States should tell you all you need to know. And people try to tell about, it's because they've been through so much. And because in the 70s the CIA, that's why Rwanda 2.52. Remember that Rwanda? The country will lose almost 1 million citizens overnight. Remember for them history? How them recover and reach 2.52 now? Lower than America. Wouldn't you find that interesting? Sierra Leone 1.71. Belgium 1.7. Sierra Leone have the same murder rate as Belgium. Want to talk to me? Wagwan. It's not looking too good for the work activists. You see, the reason why I keep pushing against this and pushing against this is because they see me don't want you got a doctor go waste their money. Pan pill we can't fix it. They see me don't want you got a mechanic go waste their money. If you're a mechanic you can't fix the car. And the same reason I don't want wasting the time I try to fix issue. That isn't the driving cause or the driving factor behind Jamaica's high murder rate and producing so many 87s. It's not the poverty. The numbers are right in front of you. All you have to do is just take it out of the stand and look around the rest of the world. Jamaica is not special. The formula will breed 87s in Jamaica, breed 87s in Chicago, breed 87s in London, breed 87s in Toronto, breed 87s in Caracas. Are the same thing. We don't top the poverty charts, we don't top the illiteracy charts, we don't top the corruption charts, we don't even top the diet coke producing charts. None of them charts are nowhere near the top, but yet still we are top murder charts. Come on, people. Full time now, the masses start using prefrontal cortex because I run out of time. The narrative has to die. The misdiagnosis has to stop. And then maybe, just maybe, we can take some of them youths off for the conveyor belt. But anyway, who cares what I have to say? Right. Because I'm a struggling YouTuber, dedicating my life to bad minding scammers, fighting against artists, and making up things to get views. Patreon squad, big up on yourself. Hope you're enjoying the content that's been posting on there lately. Right, more to come. PIA, don't know, more life. Ultra squad, stay circling. Bless.